In a move that could further sever ties between India and Pakistan, the Indian government prevented two Pakistani diplomats from attending the Jaipur Literary Festival without giving any reason. Well, the Ministry of External Affairs didn't give two Pakistani diplomats, Manzoor Memon and Naeem requisite approval to attend the festival. Memon heads the media wing of Pakistani High Commission and Anwar is a trade minister. It's believed that both the diplomats had sought permission 10 days ahead of the festival to visit Jaipur from January 24th to 28th during the duration of the festival. The External Affairs Minister, though, has dismissed the entire controversy, saying denial of permission has nothing to do with the Jaipur Lit Fest and that it's just a matter of formality. Meanwhile, the organizers of the festival say that it should be as inclusive as possible.
Not at all, not at all. But you know, this kind of stuff is actually the ambit of the Ministry of External Affairs or the Home Ministry, etc. I mean, we are not the government of India, though, however much we would like to be or whatever. But we have no comment on that. It's not in our remit to make a comment on something like this.
Now, government sources have confirmed that both Pakistani diplomats were barred from the Jaipur Literature Festival. Sources say permission and denial are part of the process. Remember, Pakistani diplomats based in New Delhi are required to acquire government's permission to leave the region. My colleague Padmaja Joshi now joins us live from Jaipur Literature Festival. Padmaja, this denial of a visit to the Jaipur Literature Festival goes against the grain of the celebration there at the event, which is actually about intermingling and exchange of ideas and expression. Just take us through the range of reactions that we've got from artists over this development.
Ruchika, the organizers, first let me tell you about their reaction. They say that as far as they are concerned, they would want every possible person to come here and participate, either just as a viewer or as a delegate. But these two gentlemen in question, they were not supposed to be speakers. They were just supposed to be a part of the audience. So they've left it entirely to the government, the reason why they have been denied permission to come to Jaipur for the Literature Festival. But as far as the artists here are concerned, they're very clear about one thing, that whatever happened at the LOC, it is condemnable, but that in no way should affect the travel of people from either country across the border to attend events of either country. And in fact, William Dalrymple, when we spoke to him a little while earlier, he says, again, the beheading of Indian soldiers by Pakistanis is a horrific act and has already got a lot of condemnation from all around. But maybe it would be a better idea for people from Pakistan to be allowed to come to a place like the Literature Festival, so that there are more ideas that are exchanged that maybe would lead to the hostility between the two countries lessening just a little bit, Ruchika.
Absolutely, but Padmaja, there were of course protests in the run-up to this festival, which we had seen from the youth wing of the BJP. Some of the workers there demanding that none of the Pakistani artists should be or authors should be allowed to participate in the literature festival. That in a way might have reflected in the Home Ministry's thinking that these two diplomats should not be allowed to take part in the festival.
Well, initially there were reports, Ruchika, that the BJP youth wing would lead a protest. There was even some talk today morning that a group of people would come to this venue and hand over a memorandum of protest to the organizers, but eventually that was called off. We spoke to the state BJP leaders. They said that there is no such plan on the anvil. Apparently, it was the leadership of the BJP at the central level which was opposed to any such demonstration, which is why the idea was abandoned. But yes, you're right. There were security concerns. I can confirm for you there was a sizable presence of the police here in the morning. Maybe, just maybe, it weighed on the Home Ministry's mind, which is why the permission was denied, but that cannot be said for sure, Ruchika.